sir. If the mic is too loud, let me know. Uh, I can control that, you know. AD finally decides to stand up like a man and throw down. Oh my God. It's finally. See, what y'all don't know is that JJ Redneck is very, very animated, very arrogant, very narcissist. He gives that approach whenever he's doing a video. hmm Now, what we looking at here is a situation that you didn't know was going on because you don't really get to see the practices. And since uh C19 happened, a lot of my sources has been moved away from Lakers practice facilities since they changed locations. Not a lot of those guys are getting access like they used to. So a lot of the stories has been since JJ's been there, it's been kind of closed off. But this one leaked out because this has been going on for a while. This has been going on all season, all of this season. AD is not buying into this system of what JJ's doing. He's going along with it, but it doesn't fit him. And he's saying, look, I don't care about all this analytical stuff. I don't. You get excited about these numbers. I don't care. I care if we got more points than the other team. That's all I care about with the analytics. Don't care about averaging 30. I don't care if we average 50. I want to win. I want to win championships. That's all AD kept saying. Like, dude, I'm not. You quit telling me, dude, if you get 5 this quarter, 5 that quarter, and 5 this quarter, the percentages is 98%. We're going to be successful. Every time you get 5 here, 5 there, and 5 there, we did it. It's like that's not how basketball works. Is that's how Anthony Davis is trying to tell him that you got to get off of the stat sheet paper. It don't work like that. But that's what JJ has done to the Lakers. He got everybody playing like robots. He's proud. He went up to Bronny like, Bronny, you ran 6 miles today. Did you know that? 6 miles. You're in shape. He's like, a lot of people don't even know that until I tell them the analytics. AD don't care about the analytics. He don't want to know. Stop running up to him, telling him analytics and what numbers to get. Now, they had a meeting before they played the Miami Heat. All right. Then we're going to get into what's happening now. But you got to go to the back to see this ain't cap. This is not cap. So they had a meeting before the Miami game. And JJ Redick was out of pocket in that meeting. I was told that, but I stayed out of it because I'm like, I don't really trust the guy. Then AD came out and confirmed it. So I was like, dude was right. JJ was kind of out of line in the meeting. And that's why they had to have this talk with everybody else. And he calling people out for accountability. See, when the rubber meets the road, he's going to want to call people out. Absolutely. So kudos to my source. You was on point. I appreciate that. But listen, AD.
But I think guys took pride in the defensive side of the ball. Austin Max, especially, gave us all our guards. But I think we just came out in the second half, just play harder. Getting the loose balls, the 50-50 balls we were getting, holding in one shot. And then us, getting stops just, let us get out and run. And they couldn't set up that zone, which is kind of making us a little stagnant. So, in order to combat, the zone that they were playing, you just get stops. And then now they don't have a chance to get into it. So we just was able to get stops in the second half.
Throughout the course of the season, whether it be in good moments or sometimes not so good moments, we often have heard the word connected with this group. When it comes to making that consistent, what's required of you guys?
Um, just always being together. I mean, no matter if we're up, we're down. We can't be front runners, And when we're up, just that's when we're connected. Even when we're down, that's when we have to be the most connected. And I think tonight, even in that second quarter, when they went on their run, we were still able to just be connected. Came in at halftime, made adjustments, and just stay together. And was able to go out in the second half and get stops. And just stay on the string. So no matter if we're up or down, just got to be together and just always believe that we can win the basketball game.
JJ told us that part of his message to you guys in the morning meeting was that leadership can come in a lot of different ways. It's not just being vocal about it. And he needed it from everyone in the locker room. He said tonight you diving on the floor for loose ball was an example of the type of thing he was saying. How did that message land from your perspective? And was it a message that was kind of needed at this stage of the season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the two main guys being Braun, but leadership in different ways from everybody. It doesn't all have to be vocal, like you said. Some guys aren't vocal. Braun is probably more vocal than anybody as far as the leadership standpoint. And you go out there and by doing your job, like I said, diving on the floor. If you're a shooter, shoot the ball, make the shots. Obviously rebounds, like whatever it is required for you to do for us to get a win, just do it. And that's how guys outside of me and Braun can lead, and them guys also have more than enough right to say what they have to say as well. It goes back to being connected. So I think everybody in the locker room just needed that. The coaching staff also told us that they can be better in that department. So we are just just wanted to show that we are connected and anybody can lead.
Anybody can lead. They're having a question about leadership, and you see Anthony Davis' face, right? This was what was going on last week, not even a week ago. And they came out and had a big game against the Heat. He was mad because he was being called out in that meeting. And when AD dived on the floor, he's like, that's what I was talking about in that meeting. AD's pissed that JJ keeps doing that, throwing him under the bus all the time. So today, whether it's today or Monday, might have been Monday, they had a shoot around getting ready for the game tonight against the Wizards. AD is probable to play, just like LeBron's probable, right? They're always probable. But AD's got injuries that he's trying to play through. Now, again, here comes the meeting, right? After the loss, the spanking they just took, here comes the meeting to try to get everybody back refocused about leadership. And everybody is not doing it. And we just didn't play aggressive. We didn't play with any heart. We just went out there and just took it all night long, losing to a team that we should have beaten. And they gave it to us. And we just sat there and took it from the Clippers. And, Zubac is free. AD had a terrible game against Zubac. Terrible. He was bad. Okay. He was being dominated, but Zubac to me always dominates him. He's not a big man. But the reason the Lakers lost, they didn't address that. He's talking about leadership again, and we can't be off and on. We got to show up. Now, JJ is doing what he's supposed to do as a coach, but he ain't going to be able to talk like this to everybody because he's not even directing anything at LeBron in this whole thing. Right? LeBron ain't said one word. So AD It's just saying, okay, if people don't communicate on the floor, whose fault is that? What part of it is coaching? You say the coaches should do a better job coaching. Give me an example. This is what AD was saying. Give me an example of that. And AD talked to him outside of the meeting. After it was over, AD and JJ had a face-to-face and they're talking. And AD is like, why I feel like you coming at me? You know what I'm playing through. Like, you know what I'm playing through right now. Whatever injury he has, he's playing through an injury. Okay? So in case don't nobody know, AD is injured. And he playing through it. AD got injured in a game, and JJ Redick wouldn't even call a timeout. Do y'all remember that happened? Like, you got to get tough. You got to play through it. I'm not calling a timeout. Y'all don't understand that he's been the whipping boy because he's scared to say anything to Bron because Bron is the reason he's there. At the beginning of the season, he told general manager, he told everybody, look, I need help in the front court this year. You put LeBron back there, he's not helping me in the front court. We all know that guy ain't gonna help you. So, but you got him in the front court. But he ain't doing nothing. So you might as well just let him be the point guard. Since y'all want him bringing the ball up all the time, let him bring the ball up, let him play the point, and get me some help down in there in that low post. Oh, we got you. Don't worry about it. We got this guy that's 10 and 10. Oh, he's a monster on the boards. So now they went and got this guy that's from the Grizzlies, this big steroid dude. So now he's signed. We gonna see what he do. He's a tough guy, but he's just really a walking 6 fouls. He's got slow feet. The problem with the Lakers are switches. The Lakers are a bad switching team. So JJ Redick getting cussed out by AD, and I don't know if he cussed him out, but just getting told what he needed to tell is it feels like you're targeting me and you know what I'm playing through. And he was like, no, I'm just saying I need to say that to everybody because if I just say it just to them, they think I'm not holding y'all accountable. That's what JJ's counter thing is. It's like he's psychologically playing games with the rest of the players, saying, wow, this coach is serious. If he's going at AD and them like that, they're the stars. We gotta, we're not safe. We gonna have to step it up. He ain't just chewing us out. But he ain't saying nothing to LeBron. Not one word to LeBron. At all. He just said it comes from everybody, from our top guys to our little small guy. That's all he gonna say. He never addresses LeBron in anything. So that's why AD talked to him after that team meeting. After they had the team meeting, which they just had a team meeting. Why are we having another one? We just lost one game and we're having another team meeting? It seems a little excessive. And AD is tired of it. He's tired of it. He's tired of this JJ crap. JJ continuously keeps talking about analytics. He's about data and analytics. And AD isn't. He's saying, look, that's not how basketball works. That's not how you play the game. You got to play the game. You can't just go out there saying, well, I'm going to get 8 this half. I'm going to get 6 this half. If I get 3 more blocks, then that means we win the game. It's like, dude, it don't work that way. You got to play the game. Whatever happens, happens. But you can't just say, okay, AD, you get 3 blocks. We win 97% of those games. You get 3 blocks. So now his mindset is set. No, I got to get 3 blocks. It's like, come on. It's ridiculous. Well, he's not buying into JJ Redick's methods. And yeah, AD said these things that come in as far as analytics, these categories and stuff like that, it doesn't even matter. It ain't got no influence on me. I don't care about the numbers. Numbers aren't anything. You could average 50 if you in last place. Like, what do you get out of the season? Okay, you average 50. You get nothing for that. I'm about winning championships. So that don't matter to me. That is quote unquote from Anthony Davis when they keep telling him about JJ Redick's analytics. He said, I don't even know what some of that stuff even means. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is we got more points than the other team at the end of the game. That's all I care about. So he's already not buying into JJ's BS about analytics. Yes, he's not buying into that. And because he's not buying into it, oh, it's got to be something different. AD's salary this year is $52 million. Scared of LeBron. No, AD is trying to get through the season. He's playing through injuries. No, he depends on his split action plays. He's doing percentages and fundamentals. Now, percentages is saying that if the Lakers are bad in switching, they're not going to win games. That's what the percentages say. That's what the numbers say. Right. We got notes here. I tell you, Anthony Davis, switches, Lakers switches are bad. I'm watching the games. I'm watching them switch. I said, oh, this is terrible. You're going to get put, good teams are going to put you in switches all night long. The Clippers are going to make you switch because they know LeBron James is on that floor. I got to make them switch. Oh, you got Christie in the game? I'm going to make you switch all night, and y'all switches are terrible. So now you got, because AD is not taking the challenge, or y'all playing him way at the top of the key when he's not effective there. He's not effective there at all. When is he not injured? Exactly. But he is not the guy that's taking the challenge on Zubac. On the switches that the Clippers were putting them in, because Ty Lue is the coach, he knows LeBron James. He knows LeBron James teams are not good with switches. This is how the Golden State Warriors were beating them. They were beating them in transition, kept them running. Even when when LeBron them scoring transition, good. Boom. We give me the ball right away. Go. Keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing. Go fast. Keep LeBron moving. Keep him in switches. Keep him moving. He got to be moving at all times. If y'all score good, get a ball to Bron, he got to go in another sprint. 3-4 sprints, he's out of shape. He's done. He's tired. He's wore out. He needs a blow. He's at 40 now. You keep running sprints on that dude, his heart will explode. That's why he wants a stop on the ball. He wants stop of action because he can't compete. He can't keep up with the tempo of how the game is going. So that's what's happening with the Los Angeles Lakers right now. What is happening is that the transition basketball that they've been used to playing is killing them now because they're not understanding what is actually happening. You're getting Christie on Zubac. So everybody got to come over to help. You got 3 guys there, and they can't do anything. AD is supposed to be around the rim protector. He can't do it. Now, I don't know if it's the injury or it's just AD. All this, but because he's not defensively, you got Norman Powell taking advantage of you. You got all these little guys. They're not afraid of you. They challenge you at the rim. You're not even jumping on most of this stuff. That's what we're seeing on the floor. Now, they'll beat the Wizards tonight. And if they don't, we're doing a video. But yeah, they'll beat the Wizards tonight. And everybody will think is, hey, we're back in business. And ain't it grand? So people know what's what. Nick says LeBron has ruined the NBA and he's definitely ruined the Lakers. That team actually was all about winning once. Now, because LeBron is the leader, he is a cancer on defense. He's a cancer on offense. He is going to ruin your team because what JJ wants to run isn't bad. You just have the wrong personnel to run it. That's why Denver works. You can't run Denver plays without the personnel. See, that's the thing. You can know what each individual does on Golden State and how it works, but the reason they won championships is the personnel. The personnel won the championships. Don't forget, I will be putting out some explosive stuff on the Patreon tonight, the Casino for Life Patreon. We already exposed Steph Curry. We really expose him on the Patreon. And we're going to break his little heart to see his little girl in that hot tub. Aisha, some of y'all saw a clip of it last night. That Aisha Curry was in that hot tub. He made sure she wasn't getting in no more hot tubs. But way to go, Steph. But absolutely. It goes a lot deeper than that, though. It goes a lot deeper. That video is very, very damning. But we got something where I'm gonna help you guys make money. So I want all of y'all there. I might make it for my VIPs. So I haven't made my decision on where that's gonna be yet. So I would advise everybody to be VIP members because this is gonna be the information you need. Because I'm gonna tell you the company and everything else. I'm just trying to hear back from them because I want to make sure you guys are gonna be taken care of right way. So you can start making money. So I'm going to show you to earn money. So y'all paying me a little money to make big money. So it's all free for y'all. Yes, it teaches you how to invest. Easy. Oh, no. See, that's the illusion. Steph and Aisha were never high school sweethearts. Never. They never dated in high school. She didn't even want Steph. uh, oh no. See, you gotta understand, this is all before. This is all before Splash Brothers, all before that. You see, y'all thought Steph came in and dominated the league and all that. No, that didn't happen that way. You know, he was a Davidson guy. He wasn't even in the NBA yet. She had at that time, she was still trying to make her way and still trying to get into Hollywood. So the guy that was cool with her and trying to get up with her was putting her in some he's a Chicago dude, you know, he was trying to shoot his shot. So it was a lot of chicks got ran. A lot of chicks got ran. That whole movie set was they put that movie together just so they can get up with chicks and sleep with them. Casting couch. Shoot. That was a freak off. Yeah, Melissa Ford, all of them were there. Yeah, so this is what Steph get. I had to blow it all up, and I had to show y'all what was what. Now we got some other stuff that I'm not finna tell y'all that's gonna pop up there. It's gonna be another surprise, and it's gonna be their voice. It's not AI, not AI material at all. So, oh yeah. You know, that's what that is. But getting back to the Lakers are in a bad situation on switches because of the personnel they have on the floor. So they want to go big now. They want to go and get another guy on the team. And I wanted to tell them, how was they were so excited to get Finney Smith. I said, okay, give it about a couple weeks. How do you like Finney Smith right now? How do you like Finney Smith right now? Do you see why he's been traded around? Oh, you don't see that yet, right? Because he's not going to play well in your system, JJ. Your system doesn't allow him to be him. Your system allows him, you're playing him as if he's a guard and a backline guy that's going to be at the rim. He does not get a lot of rebounds. He's not a big rebounder at all. And he's not guaranteed to knock down shots like that. He's off and on. And he's not an outstanding defender. And he's older. You see, back in 2019, he was very much a better player. He was a faster player. He was smaller. Now, he's got some age to him. So, it's not, I'm not saying there ain't nothing there. He might have a day he give you 15. Then the next day he gonna give you 4 points, no rebounds, maybe 1 assist. He's not gonna be a page turner. And Shake Milton, they want him off the team. They want Shake Milton off the team. They won't even play Shake Milton no more. Shake Milton in practice is not learning the plays and running them correctly, which irritates JJ Redick because he's an analytical guy. He wants these plays ran to perfection. So because the plays aren't being, he's not getting any playing time anymore. He's DNP'd. And Shake is just like, trade me, cut me at the end of the year, get rid of me now, move me in a trade. And that's that. Nobody is really, see, that's the narrative that people need to be a little leery of, because if you're going to have that kind of attitude, you need to understand one or two things. You need to understand that people are not going to play basketball running into spots. Like Phil Jackson tried to bring the triangle to the Knicks. It destroyed the Knicks because they can't run that way. That doesn't fit Carmelo Anthony's game. He's a post player. He plays out of the post. He could throw out of the post. Yes, he could come down. He could pull up for three. He's a guy that spread. He needs the offense to be moving, not as stagnant. Everybody touching the ball. He might get it. He's the guy that got to get in the post, work, turn. This is the game he was taught. And this is not the game that Phil Jackson likes. If you throw it into the post, he wants to be to the center and let the center work. All y'all guys are down there clogging up the lanes. Let the big center work. That's not how this game is played. Look, everybody has gone small. Phil is stuck in a time that didn't matter. It's done. Playing that style didn't even work no more. Now, that's Melo's game. Now you got Melo out at the top of the key trying to be a robot. And for what? A lot of people are upset. And the reason that a lot of people are upset is because they're not seeing the benefits When they're not seeing the benefits, then they start to complain, right? They start to complain. They start to throw any little thing they can down. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. They don't understand what's gonna blame down. LeBron said he would be a six-time NBA champion now if it wasn't for Steph Curry and if it wasn't for Steph Curry and Draymond Green, he would have 6 NBA championships. You know, that's why it's called basketball, and that's why it's called those who are in the conversation for greatest of all times. You don't never hear Michael Jordan say, "Man, I would have these championships if it wouldn't have if it wasn't for them." No, he's like, "We didn't win, but I got mine. When I got there, I got mine." LaMelo Ball to the Lakers. I don't believe that. The Lakers don't have any money. You see, that's the thing. They can't get a star player because they didn't mismanage the funds. They're paying Christie damn near $60 million, $40 million contract. How you gonna how you gonna operate? Right? They took D'Lo contract. D'Lo contract is gone. Next year they'll have some money because a lot of the Lakers formula is we just gonna reshape it up and try to get these 1 year players. That's the LeBron James system, and it doesn't work. Grabbing 1 year players and saying let's make a run for the playoffs. That stuff's not gonna work when you can't pull your weight. Everybody's got to cover for you every year, every playoff. Every time you play a good team or a team that got 5 guys that's threats to score on the floor, you're a liability. Y'all can't stop anybody. Defensively, as a team, you guys are terrible every year because you slow them down. They got to cover for you. LeBron, when do you see LeBron communicating on defense? Y'all say I hate LeBron, which is true. I don't like him, but he gives me the material not to like. There's no lie there whatsoever. This guy go out there and fall on the ground. Oh, I didn't even do nothing. Then when something go wrong, he's like he made one mistake. That's me. That's me. You're the only one down there. Who else fault it's gonna be? So I don't want to hear nothing LeBron James would have to say about it because he's the problem. When the team is rolling and he's on the bench, you know what he does? He sits there and goes, "Oh, damn. Okay. Because that just happened, I don't want to talk to nobody no more." Now his feelings is hurt. He don't want to talk to nobody no more now. That don't make any sense. So I was looking at it from a different perspective. I was looking at it from from a perspective of your teammates have to come together and rally around the star player, right? Allen Iverson is on the 76ers. He was the guy that rallied the guys together. LeBron never been that guy. He was not the vocal leader on the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was Kyrie Irving. Kyrie was leading the team. When he went to Miami, or when he was on the team the first time, Larry Hughes was the guy. When Larry was there, Larry was the guy. Davis was the guy. All of these guys were the ones that was dictating everything to the team. It wasn't LeBron. He was to talk to the manager, go behind your back, get you off the team. He did a lot of dirt. So I understood why, like, what was going on there. It was no surprise to me. None. So when I see a lot of this activity happening, I start to understand it now. When you start having people come in and when you have people come in and they start putting stuff the way it's supposed to go, you start seeing a different narrative. You start seeing a different perspective of what is going on here. Now, what you're seeing here is the video we was talking about. This is the one that exposes stuff. This is the Patreon version. This is the one I didn't do on YouTube. Steph had it. He deserved it. Now, this Aisha thing, I'm going to get you.
What are you doing?
Oh, that's your girl, ain't she? That's your girl. He like, let me show y'all something. Look at Aisha's in the jacuzzi with the rest of the floozies. Oh yeah. I know you don't want to see your Warriors go through it, but I'm a little pissed at Steph for that whole Kendrick Lamar thing. So he had to get it. So I gave y'all a whole little snippet. Y'all want to see this? It's on the Patreon for the VIPs only. Yeah. You want to see it, don't you, Aisha? Oh, the good old Christian girl. So make sure you sign up for the Patreon, the Casino for Life Patreon. You don't want to miss that. Now, I know y'all thought I was lying for some reason. Now, Steph had to get it. Look, he don't even care. He a Warrior fan. He don't even care. He should have been that way. Oh man, he don't even see Champagne Sloppy want to take Aisha from you, even though she got 35 kids. But Sloppy ain't gonna be able to afford her if he keep going the way he going. Now, let's get back to this. Because the Los Angeles Lakers ran a whole scam on the whole world. They got JJ Redick for cheap, right? They got JJ Redick for cheap. So once you made that reality happen, you've already screwed up. All right, you got JJ Redick for cheap. He ain't getting no money being a coach. He just got a high profile position. And Darvin Ham was such a problem. Y'all would be looking better than the team Darvin Ham had. Y'all got better personnel, but y'all still losing. I find that quite strange that that is the reality here. And who cares, JJ Redick, if Bronny James ran 6 miles? I went over to Bronny before practice and I was like, dude, you ran 6 miles. He was like, yeah, I know. So somebody had already shared that with him. I think in my experience as a player was very helpful because I got more to come in at the tail end of all of this tracking stuff. And it was something, especially as I got older. That was important to me in terms of measuring my capacity with my load. And if a guy has a strong buildup and he's feeling good, that is important information for him. Yes, if he's playing analytics, you and LeBron James care about stats and all these facts and stats that don't mean anything. The most 10-point games. When has that ever been a stat? Nobody in the Jordan ever said Jordan is leading the league and double-digit scoring. Are we supposed to be impressed that a player has scored 10 points in a game? Only when LeBron James came into the league, it was okay to be a failure. Remember, LeBron James came out and gave that whole big thing on the interview that went viral when he said, I was unguardable. And I sat here and told y'all what really happened. I forgot the part that he just came out of a cast. He had on a little like a little removable cast thing, like he had an injury. And he had a little air cast thing on. He took that off. He had like a removable one that he could wear. He probably wasn't even hurt. There were people there that played in this game. So that's why I'm like, dude, that's in Chicago. We know about this game. If you had dominated on this court like that, everybody would know it. Now, what I didn't want to do was go through the trouble of going to all these people that played. Right. I told this story years ago. Dude, you did okay for a 16-year-old kid. What you didn't do is what you should have done. Okay? They let you into the game. They don't let 16-year-old kids come out and play with them because it's so thick with competition. You can't do that. LeBron lies for no. He does. He can't help himself. For some reason, LeBron just can't help himself. He has to keep lying. It's like something in his blood says, I got to keep lying. And it's like, why would you need to keep lying if you're LeBron James? There's no need to lie. What are you lying for? Now he's like the Lion King. Right? So we finna debunk all this right now. Let's go again.
They don't want to play no more. They like whatever. But I did, and I was able to get on the court alongside. I was on the court with Michael Jordan, Antoine Walker, Penny Hardaway,
Legend,
Ron Artest, Michael Finley, all these guys.
Who guarded you?
No was unguardable. Listen, I was 16.
These
I
are
was
our
high school
finest,
sophomore.
baby.
There's a
Was 16 the baby fro?
Yep, that was the baby fro.
Yeah.
I was in Chicago at MJ's court. It was called Hoops. There's a clip out right now of actually Meta World Peace talking about that moment as well. Like,
I gotta check it out.
When I finally got out there, I was like, I'm busting ass, man. I was nervous. I was nervous as hell, being out there with MJ and the rest of those guys. But
Are you kidding me?
I was like,
It's amazing how when he talked to the black folks, I got my deep voice on. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, that's how I do it. But when he talked to a bunch of white guys, hi, my name is I was so nervous though. Yeah. I was so nervous. Punk. But anyway, this punk lied. As I told y'all, Punk didn't do all that.
I got the opportunity. They didn't let me play for like the first hour. I'm like, I'm 16. Yeah, young guy. I'm sitting there just waiting my turn. And to be honest, I didn't even think I would even get the opportunity to play. And the only reason I played is because the guys that was in the league, after after an hour, some of them didn't get tired.
He couldn't get in at the first run. Like it was that thick. I mean, granted, he was young, 16, 17, but he couldn't get in. The run was just that thick. We was like UCLA. We had 30 pros. To
even get on the floor, Twan. Get on the floor, you had to exude.
And you still gonna kick it that night. I remember, when MJ had the restaurant that was directly across from the gym, same parking lot. We would literally leave the gym and go right over to the restaurant and eat.
LeBron said he was unguardable, but what does Tim Hardaway say?
Talk about the Chicago runs. We had summertime runs. We had a great time. Great conversation with one of our brothers, Antoine Walker, about the runs and about MJ and Bron. Can you tell us about the runs?
Man, so let me go to Bron first. So we was playing at Hoops, what Tim Grover used to have, and I didn't know Bron at the time, and they said he just came off injury, took off his cast or whatever, and we playing, and he just regular, he ain't showing nobody nothing, and he was coming on a fast break, and I faked like I was gonna go to him, but I went over here. It was like a 3-on-2, and I faked. That motherfucker just took off.
He was about 18, 19 at the time?
Yeah.
Like 16. Younger, like 16.
Yeah, like 16, 17. That motherfucker just took off from the free throw line. I was like, he just took off from the free throw line. He missed it, but he was way up there. He just missed. This was like his second time playing, so he was still frantic and getting back out there after about 4 or 5 weeks of not playing. That motherfucker took off, man. It was like a cartoon, and everybody was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Okay, that's the first time I saw Bron." And he was still just regular. He was still filling everybody out. He wasn't really. He was playing, but he wasn't like he was just still filling everybody out. But yeah, man, our runs was fierce in Chicago. Our runs was fierce.
And the MJ stores?
I got a ton of MJ stories.
LeBron says he was unguardable, but what does Maverick Carter say?
Played in a pickup game in the Chi-City.
You're saying when he was 16, you guys would go to the Hoops gym, the famous Hoops gym in Chicago, and play with a bunch of pros. Tell me about that.
I was coaching his AAU team, and we were playing in a tournament in Chicago. LeBron was playing fantastic. In the crowd was a guy named Greg Ryan, who worked for Tim Grover. We started talking. He started telling us he worked at this gym called Hoops. I had no idea what the hell Hoops was. And he started telling us about it. He works for Tim Grover, and it's the gym. And so we went over that spring and took LeBron, and we were kind of just like in awe, literally like in awe. It was like this basketball heaven. It was like all the pros would come in, like Antoine Walker, Ron Artest, and Jamal Crawford, and all the pros. Paul Pierce was there, Penny Hardaway, Stackhouse. They would start rolling into this gym. It was like a basketball heaven. They'd work out and then they'd play. They just like play pickup for like an hour. And at the time, Michael was retired. and
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan was retired, and LeBron would roll into the gym. You know, they would lift and then they would play. Tim would train all the guys, and a couple of trainers would help him, and then they would just play pickup like to games to 7, and would let him in at the end of the run. And so when he was 16, he played a couple pickup games against like Paul, Jerry, and Twan. And Twan was fantastic. Talk a lot of shit and play and do the shimmy and Ron. And he was out there playing. You know, if you can pass, you can play. And he could pass and he had the size.
Considering LeBron's talent level, it's likely that he shared the court with many stars leading up to his NBA debut, Jordan included. Now, if we can only find that footage, we might have a glimpses of how things went down.
Now, they remember this.
That you were at was when a 15-year-old LeBron James was playing against a 38-year-old Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Give us some insight on what that looked like. Was LeBron picking up MJ, or just give us a story of that pickup run you were at?
Well, you know, everybody knew who he was. He was already famous. He was bigger than all of us in the gym. So he's coming into the gym. I'm like, all right, cool. I want to see what he got. He was cooking. Like he was 15 or 16, posting, getting to the basket. And I'm like, this is going to be a huge issue.
Right.
You know?
All of this is lies, by the way. All of this is a lie. I don't know what Ron Artest was talking about. It was like he was programmed to say that. LeBron wasn't no superstar. Well, he was huge. We all knew who he was. Not at no 15, 16 years old. They had to beg him to get on the floor. Tim Grover got him in the game. We all knew who he was. Nobody knew about this kid. Nobody really know. He was in there playing for another game. He had like some summer league thing that they were doing. And they was like, hey, Tim Grover was like, yeah, I got this gym. You should come over there. Told LeBron them that. Like, bring LeBron over there for that. Nobody knew nothing about no LeBron James. That's why even after this, that's why the game didn't even mean anything. Like, nobody really wrote about it. It wasn't no real big thing because he wasn't big. These are just flat out lies by Ron Artest. Everybody else is telling you the truth. I told you the truth. LeBron James probably had 3 layups in the game. That's it. He missed that dunk that he's talking about that he took off. Took like 1 step inside the free throw line and was gone, cocked it back, and he missed the dunk. But he could pass. So he was out there passing it, rock, boom. So he would only score in transition. That was it. On fast break transitions. He was running the break. And that's something he liked to do. So in the 505 pickup games, that's what you do. And he don't mind giving up the ball. So he was perfect for them. They was talking so much back and forth. MJ talking back with him. Ron Artest switch, and LeBron was on Jordan team. So all he had to do was get a ball to MJ. When MJ looked at Bron, like, yeah, give me the ball, kid. And that was it. He gave Michael Jordan the ball. He's a 16-year-old kid. Y'all act like I'm hating on LeBron James. Y'all got to understand, I was rooting for LeBron James back then. I was rooting for this kid. When he was coming to the NBA, I'm like, man, they giving him too much slack. But now, no. That boy like the Antichrist. So all of this is cap.
For sure,
three more years, huh?
3 more years. He right there. He actually motivated. When I saw that, it motivated me. I'm like, I gotta go to work. I mean, he coming in the league cooking. I was not like that at 15.
How old were you at that time?
I'm 5 years older than LeBron.
Okay.
So I was 20.
Okay.
20 and maybe going on 21.
Yeah.
He was 15. He was watching
15. So you knew right away. Yeah,
he could have won pro right then, honestly.
Yeah, really.
100%.
I can see that. A little bit more rowdy, a little bit more physical.
Ain't no punks in Chicago.
They're not playing around.
Hey, we need a fit. You want to play? You know, so for me to be on the court, at 16 years old, sophomore in high school with, my favorite player of all time, man, it was like, this can't be real, man. If you pinch me, man, I was like, please, I hope I don't wake up.
Yeah, I remember that game. It was the point in that game, it was like to 7 or whatever, just like a pickup. It was pickup. And Stackhouse was there, and Paul Pierce, and Penny was playing.
Ron Artest at the time.
Jamal Crawford, all the baby bulls, Eddie Curry. But Mike and Twan were like the captains of each team, and they wouldn't stop. And Mike hit a game winner in the game, just like Brian said, with the foul. Same Utah foul doing the pickup.
Same
It was like, yeah, that's why they pay me $33 million to do this. That's why they pay me $33 million. I'll never forget that.
There's a photo circulating, social media universe of you and Mike on the court. Do you know if that was that run? Is that camp maybe? Where the photo's from?
that is Santa Barbara. That is Santa Barbara. That's Michael Jordan's camp in Santa Barbara. We were on the same team then. I was a rookie.
You was a rookie in the league already.
Yeah,
okay.
I was a rookie in the league, and I went to Santa Barbara to MJ's camp, and we used to play around 9:00 p.m. The camp would end. He would let the kids watch like the first game around like 8:30, and then he'd have all the kids leave, and then we would stay along with the college kids that he would invite to the games as well, or to the camp, I should say. And we would get a good ass run in for about a good hour 15. And yeah, so I was on the team with MJ, and we didn't lose the game.
No, they did not. Michael Jordan destroyed you in Chicago. But you was a 16-year-old kid. He put you on his team. They switched and put you on LeBron. They put LeBron on Jordan's team. And then you went back. So when y'all was switching players and you was coming in and out for players, I wouldn't really say you lost the game, but you was a kid. But tell me, did Mike score on you? Yes, he did. Penny Hardaway was giving you the business. Penny Hardaway was pumping. This is Penny with the bad knees. Penny Hardaway with the bad knees was torching you. But you was a 16-year-old kid. So I understand you don't know what this is. But see, this is the Santa Barbara camp. This is 2 years later when Mike is retired for 2 years after Washington. That first game that they talking about, when he talking about he dominated, he was 16. And Mike was coming back to the Wizards. He didn't even come back to the Wizards yet. He was training in that camp, getting ready to come back and make his comeback to the Wizards. So that's the camp he's talking about that he got in there. He was like, I did this. Now the other camp, LeBron. Who was your teammate? Who was your teammate? That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, there we go. And now we don't have to deal with him anymore. But who was your teammate, LeBron, when you were in Santa Barbara? Your teammate got y'all destroyed. You realize that, right? Because Michael Jordan exploded on y'all. And y'all thought y'all was doing something. Your teammate was O.J. Mayo, who was 17. You was a rookie. You was like 18, but he was 17. And he was saying, yeah, I'm better than you, Mike. I'm better than you, Mike. Mike not only bust y'all up, LeBron was scared senseless. Jordan lit y'all up at 42. Lit LeBron James up at 42. You a rookie in the NBA. Michael Jordan is 2 years retired, and he bust y'all ass by himself. LeBron don't talk about that. Talk about what happened. I was on his team then. We ain't lose no games. I was on Mike's team. No, you made sure you was on Mike's team. So what happened? You had O.J. Mayo on your team, and you got put on Michael Jordan's team. You got off the team and let OJ Mayo have it. Because he was on your team first when y'all was on that first run. Don't act like you was on Jordan's team and we won every game. No, you got moved to Jordan's team. You started off on OJ Mayo's team. Y'all were the young boys versus the old guys. And the old guys whooped y'all ass. With Michael Jordan destroying y'all. And y'all switched it up just like you do now, switching and jumping on teams. Next thing you know, you playing with MJ. Oh, I'm playing with MJ. You ain't want none of that smoke. OJ was putting y'all in the fire. That was OJ Mayo's fault. It's not LeBron's fault. OJ Mayo put them in that crease. He kept talking crap to Michael Jordan. It got so bad, Michael Jordan cleared the gym. He cleared everybody out. Everybody, all the kids go to bed. He put all the kids in the camp to bed and said, me and you playing one-on-one. OJ Mayo, you done talked your way into this ass whooping that's gonna come your way. And he damn sure whooped OJ Mayo's ass. You reach, I teach. Come on. You reach, I teach. Uh-huh. Where you at? Uh-huh. Wow. Yep. the Michael Jordan to lick all the fingers. Yep. Give me ball. What do you want it? You want the reverse fadeaway? You want me to go left or you want me to go right? Which one you want? You call it. Come on. Which way you want it? It's MJ. He's gonna talk to you while he destroys you. Which way you want it? Huh? Want to turn it this way? Mm-hmm. Yep. It's over. Yep. Any which way. Yeah. They pay me $32 million to do this, right? Every year. Yep. You better Google me. Don't y'all got Google? Ain't that what y'all do now? Y'all Google? Yeah, you better Google me. You reach, I teach. Come on, I know you ain't tired. What you 17? You tired? Come on. Yeah, you better hit the weight room. Don't jump. Dude, MJ will talk to you while he destroys you. The entire game, then smoke a stogie, drink some yak, and be like, yep, get your shoes on, we'll play. If LeBron wanted smoke with MJ, you should have got it in Santa Barbara when you was getting lit up and you joined his team. That's the only reason you got to win, because you teamed up with MJ. MJ didn't team up with you. You teamed up with MJ, and he was 42. You 18 years old. 19 now. You running behind him. Hey, MJ do that all the time. They thinking that MJ lost the ability. He had the ability that LeBron never learned. And don't forget to follow MVP. Look, Mayo trying to guard him now. Don't forget to follow MVP, because he went and made this video and put it all together and chopped it up. His name is MVP. Shout out him and his channel. Subscribe to him. He put this all together. Look at MJ. Look, Mayo was doing all that talking, all that mouth. I admire the effort. Now, see, OJ Mayo knew Mike because of Mike's kids. LeBron James watching on the sideline. Right. There's like, dude, he's killing me. This is 42-year-old Mike with the gut. Mike got a gut. He got a gut. And he out there giving y'all the business. So you see what we laugh at, you young people. talking about MJ. Oh, LeBron's up there with MJ. I'd be like, no, it's not even close. OJ Mayo and what's his name? OJ Mayo ends up marrying because he was cool with Jordan's kids, and he ended up marrying the guy that was dating the girls, those twins. Derrick Rose had one, and Michael Jordan's son had one. OJ Mayo ended up hooking up with her later. So it was weird that how that all happened, but it's a small world. It'd be the same, huh? Don't get mad. I'm just being real. And he got kicked out of the league for weed. That now weed is okay. Tyreek Evans, another one, great player.
To MJ's camp.
I'll never forget that. I was at George camp.
Well, I happen to be the only high school player there. I was mainly a freshman in college.
I don't consider that trash. I consider that fact. You call it trash.
I'm going to start with this question. What possessed a young man going into the 11th grade to talk smack to Michael Jordan at Michael Jordan's camp?
You know, I'm playing in my camp.
Jordan had the camp in Santa Barbara. The Jordan thing at this time. He plays. I actually play on Jordan's team.
Against OJ Mayo. He was a top high school kid coming out. And
I happen to be the only high school player there. It was mainly a freshman in college.
And I went to Santa Barbara to MJ's camp.
I got it going a little bit.
3, 2, 1, finish time.
Jose Mayo. Obviously, it's any ball player's dream to play against Mike. And
in front of my camp, he starts this thing about you can't guard me, you can't do this.
And so, he came on the court and he guarded me. So instantly, I was like, man, he must think I'm the, not the strong link over here. And so,
I got my campers here, so I can't really go where I want to go because of all my camp.
I got a few buckets. And I think the campers knew I was the only high school kid, and so
me and Jordan talking back. I was at George camp.
Okay, so you in high school?
I'm college.
Okay.
I'm a what's it called chaperone or something like that,
Okay.
a counselor or whatever.
Oh, counselor at his camp.
And
Okay.
so we're playing, and I'm talking smack. It was like about 4 or 5 pros playing against some campers.
Okay.
And so talking smack.
They got rowdy a little bit, and we got a little bit of John. And so, we played 2 games. I think we split 1-1. It was a team game. And then he said, okay, now let me handle my business.
He would let the kids watch like the first game around like 8:30, and then he'd have all the kids leave.
So he said, I need all the campers, everybody to leave. Let's clear the gym. I said, oh, man, so.
So I stopped the camp, send the kids to bed.
The camp would end. And then we would stay, and we used to play around 9:00 p.m.
I'm on Jordan's team. I'm in there killing, not missing every shot. It's me and him going. That's the clip you guys see against OJ Mayo and Big Baby.
Along with the college kids that he would invite to the games as well, or to the camp, I should say.
We continue playing pickup, and Mike was Mike.
We go back to playing, and he starts his whole thing. That you can't guard me, you can't do this, and then
he would jawing a little bit and really getting into me defensively, and
we would get a good ass run in for about a good hour 15.
He's backing me down. Said better scream for mama. He's mama.
I posted him up. I did everything.
Hit the famous fadeaway on me, and then I said, okay, you got it going.
Finally, I said, look, dude,
And he said, "Hey, young fella, let me tell you something.
You may be the best high school player, but I'm the best player in the world.
I'm the greatest ever. And don't you ever disrespect, the great like that."
Yeah. OJ, you might be number one in high school. I'm number one in the world. It's that same. I'm on his team. That whole same clip.
So from this point on, it's a lesson. And from that point on, it was a lesson. He never won a game. I posted him up. I did everything.
And then from that on, George started smiling. And
if I can ever show you that film, if you can ever ask him that, ask him about the thing that happened at my camp.
At the end of the day, if people ask, why would you talk smack to GOAT? Why would you talk smack to Mike? And at the end of the day, it's still basketball, and you definitely respect everything Mike's done for the game. But when you're a young buck and you get a chance to go at the top, I kind of had a mentality that I had everything to gain and nothing to lose.
When you're able to get 12, 13, 14 guys, sometimes 15 guys that say like, hey, let's show up to the gym. Let's get a good run in. Let's compete. Let's talk shit. Let's get some bragging rights for the day, maybe for the week, depending on who you're playing against. It's just the love of the game.
And it was fun.
And Mike did what he had to do.
Now, Mike was 42. Why didn't LeBron step up? Why did OJ Mayo step up? Because OJ Mayo had balls. This dude want to join Mike. He's like, I don't want to do that. I'm going to join Mike. You Scottie Pippen. You don't want to go up against MJ because you can't. You will get buried. Buried. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all. I know y'all just got here. The super chat worked. My cash app is Carcino. Yeah, you saw how that went. He want no smoke. He wanted no pots. No pots of MJ. Ain't nowhere in the world. He didn't want no parts of Jeffrey Jordan. LeBron couldn't do anything with him defensively. He can't guard nobody now. He couldn't guard anybody. And this is 42-year-old Mike. Can you imagine? Imagine Mike in his prime playing against LeBron James? At any prime of LeBron. You go take Miami LeBron. Anytime you felt 2012 LeBron, you felt that's the best LeBron, you grab him and you put him up in there with Michael Jordan. He won't score a basket. Not one basket. Well, LeBron ain't a one-on-one player. Good. LeBron, pick your five. Jordan will pick his five, and y'all won't win. I guarantee it. Because Mike going to have a whip. He going to have Jamal Crawford. I know who he run with. He would take Jamal Crawford. He would take KD. Yeah, he'll take Kevin Durant, Jamal Crawford. He got what he need right there. Mike will bring the ball up. LeBron guarding him. He'll play with his back to the basket. Mike will get his squad. You won't win. I guarantee you, any five you bring, you won't win. So there is no competition. Dude, you couldn't, no, he's not even touching him. Somebody said something, look, he just passed him in 30-point games. Why would you even say something so stupid? When it took him 7 more years and 500 plus more games, almost 600 more games to break a record of that don't even really exist. 30-point games. Who makes that up? LeBron setting milestones. That's not a milestone. Nobody even knew or cared about it. But since you want to bring it up, let's talk 40-point games. You're about 172 away from that. He got the 40-point record too, since you want to bring that up. Why don't you? Well, how many you gonna catch that record, Bron? Mike got you beat there by 172 games. So you ain't breaking that record. You can't get 40 now. As easy as it is. So every time my LeBron James can't do something, they say he ain't that type of player. Well, why he not? When was LeBron James ever the best in the world at offense? When was he ever the best in the world at defense? When was he ever the best player in the world? Did he lead the league in scoring in 2012? Was he the scoring champion? Was he the assist leader? Because they say that was the best LeBron. LeBron even said that. He was like 2012 or 2016. Gilbert Arenas asked him for me. He averaged 27, about 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And he played 62 games. Let me tell you, LeBron James played 62 games. You see what I'm saying? He missed 20 games that season. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, this is Gilbert Arenas texting right now. Hold on. Answered. When it comes to hiring a junkie, this is what happened. Now, here's the situation. Now, everyone in the world can see LeBron James. I'm going to show it to you. LeBron James played 62 games that year. You see what I'm saying? 62 games. To qualify for any NBA awards, how many games do you have to play? They made it a rule now. How many games must you play? Do you see why? You see why? To get any awards, you got to play 65 games. LeBron James played 62 and won an MVP, and now they talking about you got to play 65 games. When it was okay for LeBron to win MVP by playing 62 games only and missing 20 games in the season. He averaged 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. 7.9 is basically 8, so. On a team that is stacked with Chris Bosh and D Wade. You think they didn't play a part in your rebounds and assists? And your points? Because you got a lot of one-on-one matchups because they can't leave Bosh and Wade open. So you had a lot of favorable matchups. They couldn't afford the W. So, a lot of you didn't even know he played 62 games. So that MVP, when he was the best in the world, shouldn't even count. Right? Since you got to play 65 or more games, at no time was he better than Michael Jordan. And he's not even in the category. It's ridiculous to even have that conversation. Right? We've done this considerable amount of time.
Top 50 in your opinion?
No, he's not.
100.
Not even top 100. I could not put him over anybody. You can name a whole 1990s rosters. He's Sean Kemp. That is exactly who LeBron is. He's Sean Kemp. And he never had a post game. He never even took time to learn that. So they removed the post guy out. There's no more power forwards. No more. Like, what happened to the power forwards? Well, LeBron don't have a post game, so we don't need him anymore. In LeBron's entire career, he's never guarded the best players on the court. Never. Not even early in his career. He would always guard the weakest player in the league. When they played in the finals against Dallas, he's guarding Jason Kidd, who's 40. I'm like, you just been getting by with your athleticism. They start to change the rules for you because you can't get by anybody anymore. All you do is offensive foul people now and take 5 steps to the basket. You can't play off the ball. That means you can't play basketball. Whatever the play is, he blows it up immediately. He gets the ball and runs out to the half court line, gets a running start, and comes back in. I'm like, why is he leaving the paint? Everything they taught you about basketball goes out the window when you playing him. Don't lower the shoulder. That's exactly what he gonna do. He gonna lower his shoulder. He be almost halfway over driving Steph Curry into the ground. He play a 4 out. That's the only play he runs on offense, a 4 out. Or he'll call a high pick and roll. Guy come over and get a pick so he can get a little point guard on him. Okay, that's good. I can get by him. And he's like, I'm the GOAT now. I think I'm up there with Jordan. I'm be like, where? In what? Checkers? Chess? Video game? Madden? NBA 2K? What? Definitely not basketball.
Definitely not basketball. And that's not a knock on LeBron. It's just all factual. He won't catch none of this stuff. Look, LeBron knows 1 or 2 things. he can keep trying to play as long as he can and stretch it out. It's not going to mean anything. Everybody's just going to say, yeah, Mike quit playing in 2015 or whatever year that was. If Michael Jordan would have kept playing well beyond to 22 years, do you know what his numbers would look like? You wouldn't pass no scoring record with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan didn't care about the scoring record. That's why I'm saying nobody cared about the scoring record till LeBron was about to break it. Y'all benched Carmelo Anthony because he was right behind LeBron. Y'all made him come off the bench to try to ruin his scoring because his points is up there with LeBron. When I told people, I'm like, Melo is top 10 all-time scoring, they were like, what? I'm like, yeah, he was right there with LeBron. And I'm like, he been on the bench and missed 2-3 years. They had to ruin Melo to keep LeBron like he was the special one. Mm. Mm-hmm. Now, this is what we talk about constantly. Carmelo Anthony was rookie of the month every month. He outplayed LeBron and was rookie of the month every month. And it never happened again. It never happened again. He was rookie of the month every month. LeBron did not outplay him in no month. Because you super chatted. You know I got it up here.
Look
Here
how
we go.
low he is going into Steph Curry, lowering the shoulder. That is a charge, and the foul is on Steph. Almost broke my TV. Are you telling me I need the root for that? He got no goddamn move. He got no move. He can't do nothing. Damn king.
And that is a classic to this day. Thanks for the super chat, Timo. I appreciate it. Yeah, Byron Jackson, thank you for your Cash App. I was more than appreciative. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what's crazy about it. That's what's crazy about it. Yeah. That's the part that makes it not make sense, is that y'all jump over all these players to compare him to him. He ain't better than Kobe Bryant and any damn thing. Kobe Bryant will mop the floor with LeBron James. You need to be, if you're going to do anything, you will compare Kobe Bryant with them. Okay. Is he better than Kobe? We'll start that poll. I don't mind. There it is. Hit the like button too, and don't forget to subscribe here if you're new. Is he better than Kobe Bryant? No, I'm not hating on Steph now. They say, I think that's weak because he don't like Kendrick Lamar. You hating on Steph Curry. That's not why I did it. I don't like him going up to another player, a young player on the team, telling him he needs to put on his headset because he don't want to hear Kendrick Lamar. I have a problem with that. When you let Drake music play in the locker room, and it was no problem, why you want to come at the young kid for and try to do that to him? I don't like that. That's punk-ish. And you doing that for that guy? A guy that wants to sleep with your wife? Somebody who's weak like him? Okay. All right. All the stuff I was giving you passes on, that was over. Now, as a basketball player, can't take nothing away from Steph. It ain't no Steph's locker room. It's a team locker room. But the thing of the matter is this, they'll never forget it. Oh, the poll is up in the chat. So right now, you see the people are speaking, and right now the poll is still going. It's 91% saying no. LeBron is not better than Kobe Bryant. 9% said that he is. So where's all this massive support for LeBron James? I don't understand it. Mm-hmm. It was a massive time, a very massive year, right? Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan, let me tell y'all young kids something about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was the first player in history to be scoring champion, NBA first team all NBA, right? All defensive team, first team, all NBA first team. Offense, defense, led the league in scoring, was the all-star MVP, was the league MVP, and was finals MVP. Michael Jordan did that like 4 times. No one else has ever done that in history. No one else has ever done it. And he's did it 4 times. Nobody was afraid to play LeBron James. And I don't like Mike. I respect him as a basketball player in totality of what he brought in as a challenge. I'm a Piston fan. We don't like Mike. I know the reason that you see how the team is, they can't stand Michael Jordan now because he's a piece of crap as a person. He's arrogant, gotta have it his way. He was like LeBron. They share a lot of similarities when it comes to that ego. You see Mike ego now. He mad at Charles Barkley. He said I was a bad GM. Yup, I ain't talking about it. I ain't friends with Charles no more. Yup, you ain't my boy. No, okay, well then go to hell. You ain't my friend. I don't work for you. I ain't Oakley. I don't carry your bag. This is crazy. Now, I'm trying to get Gilbert Arenas is it's like he's mentally challenged. He's really mentally challenged. I mean, really, it's something wrong with him. I don't know what it is, but it's something that's off in his brain. If this person man, the dude is sitting here texting me right now in this conversation. He don't get it. I'm like, dog, if you hired somebody and the person you hired is doing stuff that you didn't hire them to do, but they're doing it, thinking they're doing it on your behalf, and you ain't telling them to do it, and it's counteractive to your business, that makes you look bad. He don't, for some reason, this thought don't calculate in his brain. I said, okay, if you hired somebody and that person is out there murdering people at night, are you still gonna let them work for you? I'm trying to get it to where it would register in his brain that is the simplest thing in the world. How does you not understand this? It's like mind-boggling to me. What I do affects me, and what everybody else do affects them. It's not how it works when you run a company. It's bad look on my brand. Do you understand that? The dude I used to do my thumbnails stabbed my other homeboy who he was living with. Is he still making my thumbnails now? No! I can't work with him. That's bad for my brand. They got in a fight, stabbed my boy 17 times. Luckily, he's still living and he survived that. He's still kicking it now. But he got stabbed up like 17 times. And this was recently. This is the guy that was making my thumbnails and doing the videos. You remember all those thumbnails I had? He was doing all those. I was mad as hell. I'm like, why would you do that? Now my thumbnails is gone. It was crazy. I was finna just have him do an interview, but they got into it. He snapped and just went off. They've been going at it for a while. So it wasn't a good situation. Oh, them thumbnails was fire. I don't know what you talking about. My thumbnails is on point. He made all these. He did that one. He did the Puppet Master. This is my favorite one, Puppet Slayer. I directed this one. I told him exactly how I wanted it to look. I was there when he was making it. He made this. He made these. He was doing all the thumbnails for me. My thumbnail guy, man, and he's got all this video that we done that's just all gone to waste. Nothing we could do about it. So my thumbnail guy is gone. Right. It's crazy. This is nuts. Mm-hmm. Now, yes, this was recent. Yeah, this is recent. You must have seen my video. Yeah, he stabbed him 17 times. I was like, man, he ain't gonna make it. But he made it. He's still doing his thing. But this is what we're talking about, people. Time to activate playoff mode. Why do you gotta activate? I've never heard Jordan say I gotta activate playoff mode. I never heard Kobe said I gotta activate my playoff mode. They were already in a playoff mode. Well, he lived in them. My buddy got a mansion, right? So he basically rents out rooms and Airbnb'd out the mansion because he don't really use all those rooms no more. You know, his parents died. He has the house, him and his brother. His brother's out doing business. And him and this guy that worked with him, I gave him a job working, doing some stuff with myself, Nate, doing videos, everything, right? And this guy just snapped. And he's a nice dude, man. He's a rapper and everything. You know, you would not imagine he would go to that extreme. I would never expect that from this guy. But some people told me, like, yeah, he got a dark side in him. You just don't, you haven't seen it because you ain't around him like that. I'm like, I'm only around him to do I don't hang out with him. You know, I got him to do the job. That's it. So everything else, that's with y'all. But for me, it's the job. That's it. So that's what happens. You know, and I've never ever been in a situation where I had to make a decision business wise because of that. That was the narrative. No, that's where you're wrong. That's what I'm telling Gil now. If my friend just did that, do you think he's still making my thumbnails? No, I can't have him making my thumbnails. He's got a guy that's doing something terrible to somebody else that he hired to do something else. And you saying, well, I don't care what he does in the rest of his life, as long as he's doing what I need him to do for me. That's dumb. That's completely dumb. This all goes back to that's because Kwame Brown had Allen Iverson. He had Allen Iverson on his page. That's what he did, an interview with Allen Iverson. They had a conversation and they were trying to stop the beef with Gil. Like, why does this keep going on? And I'm like, in 2025, I'm not trying to beef with Gil or anybody. I don't want to do that at all. I have no desire to beef with him in 2025. It's like, dude, this is tired already. Like, I don't want to do it. Nobody else wants to do it. It's just pathetic that it keeps going on this long. It's like, what do we need to even be talking about now? We could have been making so much money. But speaking of making money, I got to show y'all how to get this money. So that's going to go down today on my Patreon. I'm thinking, should I make it for all my Patreons or just some of them? But I want to give y'all an applause for being here. You guys were great tonight. We had a lot. We've educated a lot of people. If you LeBron fans, you guys got educated here. If you want to bring that smoke up here, trying to say LeBron is the best player of all time, we got all the smoke for you, boy. And you know what's gonna happen when you get up in here? You're gonna get blown away, boy. Sano got a microphone now.